Hello everyone, so this is a simple desktop application for a restaurant. So on the interface we have the admin section and then the user section. So the admin section, I've already created an account, so I'll log in with my credentials. So you can add users, add view users, add food product, view food product, make sales, and view check sales history, and also reset your password. So over here we can add a user, for instance Ben. Let's call the username Ben and give it a password. I realize that this password is not consistent with the second one, so when I press enter I get a password that's not match. So let's make sure that the password is consistent. So now the user has been created. So if I come to users, we realize that that user is there. So let's say we can edit that particular user, right? So if I come here and I say Ben John and I save, that particular user's information is updated. I can also delete that user from the system and realize that the user is no longer there. So let's go ahead and then add that user back again, right? So let's say Ben John, and then let's say the username is Ben. And now when we come here, we see the users. So over here we can filter through the users, right? So if I type B, for instance, it's going to give me the list of all the users with B in their name, right? And if you type something that is not existing, you don't get to see any list, right? So that's that for the users. Now when you come to product, you can add a product. So let's say milkshake, right? And let's give it a barcode of this, and then let's enter the price. Let's say 15 cedis, for instance. Let's add that. So when we come here, when we come to view product, we see milkshake in the system. We can actually edit it, right? So let's increase the price to, let's say, 20 cedis, and then let's save it. So that information has also been updated from 15 cedis. The price has been updated from 15 cedis to 20 cedis. I can also delete it, but for now I won't delete it. Okay, so when I come to sales, the sales section will give you all the list of food items that we have in our system. Bear it in mind, when we come here, when we come to view products, these are the food items available: fried rice and chicken, fried rice and chicken, rice and chicken, sausage roll, and then milkshake shake. So if we come down here to sales section, realize that these are the food items that we are selling, right? So I can click to add a milkshake and it's added. I can also click to add, let's see, rice and chicken, which is for a friend, and I can also buy fried rice for myself. But let's say, for instance, I want maybe this particular price, which is 25 cedis, is going for 2 chicken, right? And maybe I want a fish in exchange for 1 chicken. So I can write here 1 chicken, 1 fish, so that the server knows that, okay, for this particular order for the fried rice, the person wants 1 fish in place of to replace 1 chicken, right? So you realize that the price has also been calculated equally. Over here we have 20 cedis plus 15 cedis, which will be 35 cedis, and then the fried rice is going for 20 cedis. So 35 cedis plus 25 cedis is 60 cedis. So there you go. So if I add the sausage roll, which is 7 cedis, that will make this what, 67 cedis. You see? Now when you try accepting money, when a customer gives you money, for instance, they give you 60 cedis, and you try accepting that, the system informs you that that's an insufficient fund because it's not matching the amount the user is supposed to pay. So for instance, if the customer gives you 70 cedis, you know that you're supposed to give that person a change of 3 cedis. So let's accept this. Soon as you accept, you are going to get a print receipt for this. But currently the printer is disconnected, so you realize that when I open the printer, there are 2 jobs pending. And the reason why there are 2 jobs pending is because we issue 2 receipts, to give one to the customer and also to give one to the server. So I'm going to cancel this, yes, and also cancel that. Yes, I'll cancel that and close this. Now when we go to our sales history, we get to see all the items bought, and this total price over there indicates the total price that have been sold so far since the system was deployed. But if we want to check the sales for today, which is 7, I just click 7 and I get to see, and I realize that the last item that we sold was what, 67 cedis, which is this. When you click on this, you get to see it. It's right over here. The milkshake one, the rice and chicken fried rice, and then the sausage roll. Over here too, let's view the receipt number. So the receipt number is what, 38. We can search for items using their receipt number. So for instance, if I type 38, that's the only item that is going to show. If I type for instance 1, I get to see this. So these are things that you can do. And as an administrator, if for instance you type something, let's type the 38, which is this particular receipt, and let's say the customer that bought the item has misplaced their receipt, or maybe has ruined their receipt, but they remember the receipt number and then they need you to issue a new one. All you need to do is just double click on it and a new print job would be issued. So you realize that if I come here and I view the print, I realize that there's 1 job pending, which I'm also going to cancel. Good. And now when we come to the reset password, you can actually get the opportunity to reset the password of your account as the administrator, and also change the name of the app. So over here, realize that it's called Adiz's Kitchen, so you can also change that name from this section. So let's close this and then fire this one more time, and let's go to the user section, right? So at the user section, I'm going to log in with the account we created, which is the Ben. You see, realize that it says welcome to your dashboard, Ben John, and over here we can view all the items in the system which the administrator have added. We can filter through too. We can also get to sell items as a user. So over here, the user also gets to see all the food items which is present in the system. So if, for instance, if someone wants to just buy a milkshake, he just come in and clicks it. If he wants 2 milkshake, he can click it, and that is also going to double it up. Or he can just come here and then just increase the quantity. I realize that as I increase the quantity, the price also changes. So over here we have 40 because we want 2 of the milkshake, and each milkshake costs 20 cedis. So if I increase it to 3, it changes to 60 cedis. And that and so that is that on that. And then you can also accept money, and then as soon as you accept, a printout is issued. So when we come here, realize that there is a printout issued, and if you check, realize that there is some 5 seconds delay, and this is because this is to enable you to give the receipt to the customer so that they probably take a sip whilst their food is being served to them, and then the second receipt is given to the server. So I'm going to cancel this as well. Like I mentioned, the printer is not connected. And when we come to the sales history, that particular user is able to also see the total number, the total sales they've made for the day. So far since this user, which is this Ben, was registered into the system, he has only sold 60 Ghana cedis. And if we come here, we click on today's date, that's that. If we click, let's say for instance yesterday's date, nothing shows because it was added today and then he sold an item today. So that is that on that. So I'll catch you in my next segment